Jungkook never reveal. Taekook's truth is revealed. Two figures who for years have been the center of attention among BTS fans, Kim Taehyung, V, and Jungkook, are back to horrendous cyberspace. The two, who are known to be very close and have strong chemistry both on and off stage, have always intrigued the ARMY with the dynamics of their relationship. Now, after a long period of mystery, a new spark has emerged that makes the public ask, is it time for the truth about Taekook to finally be revealed? Taehyung and Jungkook have shown a special relationship since the beginning of BTS's debut. From light jokes, hugging each other, to moments of togetherness backstage, everything is captured and widespread among fans. Not a few feel that their closeness is different, even deeper than just the relationship between ordinary members. However, both are also known to be very cautious. They rarely reveal the details of their relationship openly. Even in interviews or official BTS content, Taehyung and Jungkook tend to give neutral answers whenever the topic of their relationship comes up. But their silence only strengthened their curiosity. Some time ago, the observant ARMY began collecting pieces of code from Taekook's interactions, whether through VIA Live, social media uploads, to camera captures during concerts. One of them was when Taehyung mentioned about someone who always understands himself without needing to say anything, and some fans were convinced that it was referring to Jungkook. Shortly after, Jungkook posted a photo of the night with a caption full of meaning. "Even in silence, I hear your thoughts. Even in silence, I can hear your thoughts." Is this just a coincidence? Or a form of personal communication that is deliberately shared symbolically? A video of the backstage staff went viral after recording a brief but electrifying moment. Taehyung is seen holding Jungkook's hand for a few seconds longer than usual before performing. When highlighted by the camera, they laughed, but behind the laughter, there was a look that made many fans convinced. They had something that could not be expressed directly. One of BTS's former production staff even leaked in an anonymous interview that Taehyung and Jungkook's relationship is indeed very deep. They understand each other like people who have gone through a lot together. Although there was no explicit statement from either of them, many believe that Taehyung and Jungkook are signaling that they no longer want to hide completely. In a recent live interview, Jungkook said, "There are things that we keep because we value them too deeply to be shared carelessly." The sentence immediately invited widespread speculation, while Taehyung, in a virtual fan sign session, answered fans' questions with a mysterious smile when asked, "Who is the person you trust the most in the world?" He just said, "The guy knows the answer." Inevitably, fans were torn between being ERPRI-ed, excited, and happy. Many feel they can finally understand why Taekook has always been the center of speculation and attention. For some fans, it's not just about the relationship between the two, but about the courage to show your feelings and honesty towards yourself in the spotlight of the world. Platforms like Twitter and Weverse were immediately flooded with the hashtags #TaekookTruth and #FinallyTaekook, signaling that many were celebrating this moment as a bright spot after years of conjecture and doubt, although the truth in question has not yet been officially conveyed. The presence of these signals is enough to make the world pay greater attention to both. Will they talk about it more openly someday? Or will it just keep it as a private part that only they understand? Clearly, one thing has become apparent. The relationship between Taehyung and Jungkook is sincere, deep, and unshakable. Whatever their form, what they have is not only interesting, but also inspiring. Probably, all this time they were just waiting for the right time. And now, slowly, it began to come. Now that sparks have come to the surface, the soldiers not only wonder about their closeness, but also begin to understand that there is something much more complex and beautiful than what has been seen so far. Taekook's truth isn't just about the special relationship between the two BTS members. More than that, it's about the mutual trust that grows in silence, about the courage to keep something so precious. Even as the world keeps trying to guess, on several occasions, the other members also touched on Taehyung and Jungkook's closeness in a funny but meaningful way. Jin once joked that they're like magnets, no matter how far, still attracted to each other. who is known to be wise, said in an interview, "There are some relationships in our team that are deeper than you can imagine. We all know that, and we appreciate it." Statements like this do not go unnoticed by fans. Slowly, it all felt like pieces of a puzzle were coming together. And although there is no direct recognition yet, the ARMY knows one thing for sure: something sincere does not need to be announced out loud. Simply Felt and Taekook has made millions of people feel it. Some media outlets have even started reporting on the emotional intimacy between the two, pointing out how Taehyung and Jungkook's relationship could be a symbol of an authentic form of human connection, which can't always be explained by labels. They show that affection can come in a unique, personal, and very touching form. So, how does it go? Will one day they talk about everything openly? Probably not in the near future. Maybe they'll continue to let the story speak through looks, backstage hugs, or the lyrics to a song they wrote together. However, one thing has now changed. The world is starting to see Taekook no longer as just a chemistry fan service, but as two human beings who share a soul bond, who are able to survive amid the pressure, popularity, and distance they sometimes have to face. The bond is, for many, the most honest form of love, because they never try to sell it, just keep it with all their heart. In his silence, Taehyung and Jungkook's relationship grows like a song that needs no words, just a melody that can be felt by those who actually listen. For many ARMY, the journey of the two is not just a story of two idols in one group, but rather a symbol of mutual acceptance, understanding, and accompaniment in a journey full of pressure and the spotlight of the world. Some fans even describe them as two poles that meet in the middle of a storm, balancing on top of each other. Taehyung with his grace and mysterious aura, and Jungkook with his sincerity and strength of heart. In various moments, whether it's a little smile at rehearsals or just a mutual reinforcing look on stage, everything testifies that their closeness goes beyond anything that can be calculated or imposed. What makes this relationship even more touching is the way they keep boundaries. In the midst of a world of entertainment full of pressure to look perfect, the two chose a quiet path, keeping their closeness in silence, giving space to each other without losing mutual trust. They never feel the need to explain everything, because the sincere does not need justification. Now, fans no longer demand a definite answer. They just want to see Taehyung and Jungkook continue to be happy in their own way. Whether it's as a friend, a brother, or something unnamed, clearly, they have something too beautiful to be forced into a narrow definition, and perhaps that's the most powerful message of Taekook's story, that in a busy world demanding labels and explanations, sometimes the purest love is the one that's never spoken, which is only felt with the eyes, with the heart, and with the whole soul. Their story is still ongoing. But one thing's for sure, Taehyung and Jungkook's relationship isn't just an idol story. This is a story about human beings who find a home in each other, and perhaps that is precisely where the real beauty lies.